To be fair, I built the deck like 2 weeks ago, so we're gonna learn it again together. Um, yeah, we'll find it later. Let's talk about the deck. Stop hitting yourself with not today and powerful punch. Yeah. So old hero new trick with Remy. Hey, there it is. Put him right with the found it. Put it with the Gambit cards. So we are gonna be using the ready for a fight practice plan situation because Gambit loves his alter ego. That's where he's gonna be doing a lot of his thwarting. He has like Creole Charmer here. He has a couple of supports that work for him in alter ego. So he does want to be an alter ego, but he's also a really good defender. And so you do want to be able to have access to both of that. And in true solo, that can be very challenging. So I'm hoping that Ready for a Fight gives us access to the alter ego side of things, as well as allows us to trigger off of his like high defense and everything. We've got Jocasta, and the idea behind Jocasta is after she enters play, you can go find a defense event, which is natural agility. Natural agility says when your hero defends against an attack, place a charge counter on Gambit. For each charge counter, he gets +1 defense for that attack. What is the card that you can exhaust and alter that lets you heal equal to your recovery? Dr. Sinclair is the new card there, yeah. So this allows us to flip up, exhaust to defend to get a +1 defense for every charge counter. And if we have like 10 charge counters, which is fairly easy to do with Gambit, then we can use Stop Hitting Yourself, because after you defend against an enemy attack and take no damage, we can deal damage equal to your defense for the attack. This is a 2-cost card, 3 effective cost. So we would like to see at least 6 damage out of this to hit that efficiency curve. I would argue that it's probably a little bit higher because of the conditionality that you have to defend, not take damage. There's a lot of like there's a lot of like prereqs in order to trigger this. That being said, with Gambit being able to get +1, he starts with a 3. So here minimum is a 4 damage, right? If we have an armored vest, it makes it 5. I probably should put in um I probably should put in specialized training here to make it 6. I'm gonna do that. Make it 5 plus if it's later in the game, we're gonna be throwing 6 easy damage from this. It's a basic card, not a character. Oh, recuperation. Sorry. Um, good morning, WRX Wing. Yeah. So a lot of a lot of safety here, and then we also have his Gambit Guild armor. So if we're not taking damage, we get the ready. We can flip down and thwart. Got electrostatic armor, which deals a damage when we defend. We've got unflappable. We've got hard to ignores. Hard to ignores are going to be a lower priority for us here. I like having them here because it can manage the main threat scheme, especially in scenarios where we have a lot of side schemes. And we're going to have to be using Remy's ability to thwart the side schemes. So hard to ignore helps in those situations. It's also pretty nice. Then you can, I mean, worst case scenario, which I guess is a best worst case scenario, you're removing all the threats, and then you're ready because you've triggered guild armor. You can attack and then flip down. Change of fortune. Yep, I like change of fortune. Change of fortune is in here because if we're playing stop hitting yourself, we have riposte. We also have electrostatic armor, and we have energy barriers. We have a lot of and his staff. His staff deals damage when an enemy attacks. So there's a lot of ways that we can throw damage in the villain phase, which is going to trigger Change of Fortune, which is after we defeat an enemy during the villain phase, we can exhaust this to draw 2 cards. And we're going to probably be defeating a lot of villains as well, right? With Stop Hitting Yourself, you can get 10 damage, which can be lethal for a villain. If you hit that first stage of a villain with a that does trigger Change of Fortune there. Oh yeah, you have to exhaust the staff. Yeah. We got a Moira because we are using Ready for a Fight. Anything that uses Ready for a Fight and kind of likes to exploit that idea, be flipping every single turn, If they are mutant, I love having Moira because that's just a +1 hand size. You're effectively going to a 7 hand size hero. We got the X-Jet, and then we've got the doubles. Now I'm going to quickly see if I can find specialized training, because I do think that specialized training is in play here. The one where it comes in with 5 threat per player, and then we can get the +1 defense. My Hulk deck. It's definitely not in the Hulk deck. I don't think it was in War Machine. No, it definitely wasn't in War Machine. Is it in my Iron Man deck? Nope. Over here, we may be able to. Oh, there's a frontline specialist. We're getting warmer. At least the cards are somewhat organized. There's the defensive specialist, which is the one we'd want. +1 defense, and after we defend, we get to draw a card. Superpowered training is also clutch. I like superpowered training. I think like his guild armor is really the only thing that I really care about a ton with him. But I'm not the biggest fan of it, mainly because it's only a 1-cost card. It does, I guess, like leave play, right? Like, so it's once you use it, it's out of the game, so it doesn't really matter. The combat specialist, maybe in Thor. I don't think it's in Thor, but I did find the Thor deck. Yeah, it is. Look at that. In the Thor deck. Now, someone help remind me that when I'm looking at playing Thor, that I need to put specialized in there. Yeah. Which, like, you could run both of them, but I think specialized, because it gets you that +1, gets you that effectively eighth hand size, and it does look like we're only running. Yeah, we're just running Rogue and Jocasta. I could see, depending on how this plays, I could see a Nick Fury ad. Not necessarily for the block. You're losing out a little bit on that because you don't want him to block, but just for card cycling. Sync could be good. Yeah. Because Sync gives +1 to basic power. Can that work for defense? Or is Sync a action? Because I think you exhaust Sync. There may be some weird timing with Sync. I always forget about Sync. I'm not, for whatever reason, I'm not the biggest fan of Sync. I do need another modulator. We could go City and Chaos. That sounds fun. City and Chaos for the final modular set. Alrighty, so we're going to put the routed environment into play, set the high treachery in each Morlock ally aside, shuffle the villains together to create the villain deck. The top card of the deck is in play. So routed here says cards under here are not in play. The villain gains retaliate 1 for each card under here. Oh, geez, what am I shuffling in here? Oh, the Morlocks. No, I didn't set them aside. Nelson, you fool. I have to go find Hyde. What's up, Yoni? Find Hyde. There we go. After a villain is defeated, put it under here. Discard each minion that shares a title with the top villain of the new villain deck, and then the villain activates against each player in order. Ransacked armor is also, oh, I bet, because it soups up all them, soups everybody up. Okay, so we got routed, knock knock. We got 7 of these, so we're just gonna shuffle and stop here. We got Grey Crow. Grey Crow is a 2/2 12 hit points per player. Go old heroes. Let's go. I think we've all done that at some point. I start with 9 health. And then when Greycrow attacks you or an ally you control, choose to discard each card you control with the highest cost, gross, or he gets plus X attack, where X is the printed cost of the highest cost card you control. Gross. I hate it. So we got our defensive specialist, all of that good stuff. These are going to be set aside so that we can grab them when we progress to stage 2. And knock. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 knock counter here. If there are at least 3 knock counters here, advance to stage 2A. We do not lose the game if we advance, but we do get benefits if we advance via knock counters, not via threat. So we do want to try and maintain that and just progress after 3 rounds. Okay, so what I think I need to do is, because we're getting a lot of these tokens, so I think I need to take one of my older boxes and like organize them by team so that I'm able to easily like find, hey, here are the mutant cards. I can grab them like that. There's a lot of counters now. Looking quickly for charge counters. I don't actually know if I have any. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna start the new box shield. Any tips? Ooh, enjoy. Don't let the board members flip. Don't let the board members flip. That's very scary. Remy has Thief Extraordinaire. Look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of boost icons on that card. We got a Royal Flush. An Armored Vest, an Energy Barrier, a Practice Plan, and a Molecular Acceleration. Honestly, I like a lot of this. I'm going to go ahead and toss the Royal Flushes. I'm going to keep... I think I'm going to keep everything else. I mean, worst case scenario, Greycrow is going to be hitting us for 4. We will have a 4 defense once we play the Armored Vest. We can prevent any boost icons. Ideally, we draw a card at that point to help. But I think we'll be good. We could also know what the top card is. Let's do it. Okay, so we got 2 more cards. We got an Unflappable, Beautiful, and a Specialized Training. Well, that's kind of exciting. We're probably going to not deal with Practice Plan. Or play Practice Plan, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to go Practice Plan to play Specialized Training. We're going to Thief Extraordinaire. So we exhaust Remy. Look at the top 2. We got a 2 and a 1. If you control a Morlock ally, choose to deal 1 damage. Okay, so we'll take this. Discard here to remove 2 threats from here. Maria loves leadership and Nick loves aggression. Nice. Don't let the board members flip. Get rid of a big Thunderbolt ally ASAP. Oh yeah, the Thunderbolt allies can be mean. Okay. Let's flip up to Gambit. Let's go ahead and get a charge card. I think I do have charge counters. They're purple. So I think I bought them. I think this was before they were sponsoring the channel. But I bought the charge counters because I like Gambit so much. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a big reorganization day. Putting away all the cards, but also the tokens. Figuring out what to do with the tokens. Because we're outgrowing the 1 box. ASMR video of me organizing tokens. That'd be great. Aha, there we go. Found him. What's up, Mateo? Organization stream. Dude, I organize for a while. All right. So we'll get a charge counter from using his charge the card ability. I'm going to use a molecular acceleration to play a energy barrier. That's going to come in with 3 counters. And because I use molecular acceleration, I'm going to get another charge counter. And I can use these charge counters if I would like to increase damage event outputs. Sure. It's like, I think in this build, I'm there to use them for natural agility. Just for fun, you should spend the first few turns in alter so the scheme actually advances. Then I don't get my charge counters. I'm gonna go with a unflappable over an armored vest. I know I can perfectly defend here because Greycrow is gonna be attacking me for 5. I do have an energy barrier. Oh no, I can't because I don't have the +1 defense. I don't know if I care. The unflappable feels good. Flappable gets me more cards. So I'm gonna play an unflappable. We'll just take some hits and we'll be fine. All right, let's stand up. We got 5 cards. We got Hard to Ignore, the X-Jet, Ready for a Fight, Hard to Ignore, and a charge card. So that looks like a pretty easy play from me. So we're going to add 1 here. We're going to add a knock counter. We're going to check to see if we have 3. We do not. Greycrow is going to attack us for 2. We can discard the highest cost card we control. We're not going to do that. Or he gets plus X, where X is 2, to that activation. So he's going to attack us for 4. We know it's 5. I'll defend. We'll take 5. I'm going to prevent 1 of that. Ping 1 back to Greycrow, and I take 1 damage. Our encounter card is a Riptide. He has Patrol. When Riptide attacks you or an ally you control, choose to either place 2 threat on the main scheme and 1 threat on each side scheme, or he gets +2 attack for that attack. Gross. Alrighty, let's go ahead and toss these 3 for an X-Jet. X-Jet will play Ready for a Fight. We'll flip down to Alter Ego. Let's stand up. I'm a little concerned with what's going on, but we're fine. We get 6 cards. We got Charge card. Change of Fortune is nice here. Riposte is great. We'll see what happens. Gambit's Guild Armor, love it. Genius. And a Jocasta. So we're probably going to avoid playing Jocasta here, mainly because we don't have a natural agility. We haven't seen one yet. And so, actually, and before, I'm going to get another counter before I flip down. So that's how you play that game. Okay. I'm going to add 1 threat to the main. We're going to add a knock counter. Now we could let Greycrow scheme, or we could defend. If he schemes, we're moving on. If he schemes, we could proc Ready for a Fight on Riptide. We move on. We'll probably just flip up. I think we just flip up here. Riptide's gonna hit us for 3. Greycrow's gonna hit us for 4. I'm thinking about actually procking Ready for a Fight, taking the attack of Greycrow undefended, and then defending against Riptide here with a riposte, meaning that we would not take any damage, and we set Riptide up for an easy energy barrier next round when we have a Change of Fortune on the table. I think, and then we'll hit the unflappable. The only sad thing is we will not be ready to thwart here, which could be a reason that we'd want to play Jocasta, but I think we're fine. So Greycrow is going to scheme. We're going to trigger Ready for a Fight to flip up, and he's going to attack us. Instead, we're going to take it undefended. It's going to be 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we've got Riptide attacking. We're going to give Riptide +2 attack. I'm going to defend. I'm going to use the X-Jet. I'm trying to figure out if it makes sense to use the X-Jet. I do have a physical resource just in case I do draw into a ready for a fight with Unflappable. So we'll use the X-Jet to play a riposte. We get +2 defense. We take no damage, so we're going to deal 3 damage back to Riptide. We are going to trigger Unflappable to draw into a charge card. Nice. I'm going to actually have prevented one of the damage and thrown it back at Grey Crow. Our encounter card is a Chimera. When Chimera attacks you or an ally you control, spend a mental resource or they get +2. All of a sudden, we're what's up? Okay. So we will progress via knock counters next round. We could throw Jocasta out there. I'm thinking it's going to be a charge card, guild armor, change of fortune play. I think like I don't see any reason to not do that. We have a guild armor so we can defend twice if we need to. We're getting flooded by minions, which does feel like the bane of this deck. Just because, you know, it's all about dealing damage after defense. And so maybe sideboard a couple of first hits or hard knocks. I did a couple of games with Gambit using those cards, and those are really effective with the charge counters. All right, let's use a charge card. We're going to power it up by 1, but I'm also going to use the charge card. To make it 5, it gains range to take out Chimera. I'm going to use a Jocasta to play a change of fortune. And then we're going to use a charge card to play the guild armor. Okay, he actually has +1 attack because I forgot about the X-Jet being another one. Or being 3 versus the 2 there. So now after we defended against an attack and take no damage, we can exhaust this to ready Gambit. So let's go ahead and stand up. This is a little bit of a scary situation, right? We have to make sure that we do not take damage, but we are getting ready to draw into a natural agility, which should be what we need. There's a Creole Charmer, which is going to be great for specialized training. There's a ready for a fight to be able to proc Creole Charmer. Actually, it's kind of interesting because I don't... If the villain is confused, it blocks ready for a fight. That being said, we can just trigger it next time. We got another energy barrier. The Thieves Guild. Stop hitting yourself. Alrighty. There you go. Well, let's see if we can do it. We got 1 here. There are 3 knock counters after we add 1. So we are going to advance to stage 2A. Each player puts 1 set-aside Morlock ally into play under their control. 2 set-aside Morlock allies in a single player game. We got Morlocks. Oh, I guess that is true. Grey Crow is going to attack Morlock, so we're actually kind of fine. Shuffle the Hide Treachery into the encounter deck. Sometimes you just get swarmed, yeah. If the previous stage was advanced by knock counters, which it was, give each Morlock ally a tough status card. Boom. Boom. Action. We can exhaust a Morlock ally to shuffle the Hide. Shuffle Hide. What is going on with these cards? Oh, one of my sleeves is split. Like, why is it... Why am I having such a hard time shuffling? That sleeve is broken. It kept getting caught when I tried to like smash shuffle them. What is going on? If there are 3 villains underrouted, the players win the game. This stage is completed and there are no Morlock allies in play, the players lose the game. Or if there are no Morlock allies in play, players lose the game. Morlocks do not count against our ally limit, and when an enemy attacks you, it attacks a Morlock you control instead. This threat's out at 8, which is very, very low. All right. So Greycoat is going to continue on the attack for 5. We have 3. So, okay. I think we're going to defend. He's attacking for 5 plus a boost. It's effectively 2 plus a boost. No, because if it's a boost of 1, we die. So we're going to let the Morlock take this one. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to trigger Change of Fortune here. Yes, Blitzly. So Greycrow is going to attack. It's going to go into a Morlock. It's going to be +2. So that would have been 7. I would have taken 4 damage. We would have died. All right, that feels slightly validating. And then Riptide is going to attack. We'll give him +2. We will defend with Gambit. For 3, we take no damage. So we are going to trigger the Guild Armor to stand up. Unflappable will draw us a card into another Creole Charmer. Nice. Our encounter card is Blockbuster. When Blockbuster attacks you or an ally you control, choose to either give Blockbuster a tough status card or he gets +2 for the attack. I missed the deck build. Which cards are you using to trigger Change of Fortune? Stop hitting yourself, mainly. But then also just Gambit has a ton of ping damage with like his staff, with energy barriers, with electrostatic, that kind of stuff also can trigger it. Also, what's up? Hello, Daring Lime. How's it going? Yeah, stop hitting yourself is the big one. Oh yeah, I like first hit for Gambit as well. I was saying a couple minutes ago before you hopped on, I was like, first hit I think would be good, especially in scenarios like this where you have like a high minion scenario. I think it could be good for that. Okay. We're actually, this is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and X-Jet here for you ready for a fight. Let's go ahead and I have 2 more reposts coming. So I think if I attack here with Blockbuster, I can actually set ourselves up to clear Blockbuster. Actually, I'd probably just let Blockbuster scheme and then take Riptide out. I need a staff. I need the staff. We could also just stop hitting yourself on Blockbuster. Oh yeah, I really like this is one of the actual like OP ones that FFG put out. I really like it. Gambit is a hero I want to return to soon. Feels very unique, fun, and yeah. Alrighty. I may actually heal. Yeah. Let's flip down. Let's go ahead and heal for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna use Creole Charmer to remove 3 threats from specialized training. Specialized training procs. I'm gonna put this back in the Thor deck. We're good. And I'm gonna grab Defensive Specialist, which gives us a +1 defense. And whenever we defend against an attack, we can exhaust it to draw a card. Beautiful. It's so pretty. I'm going to use Energy Barrier to play Thieves Guild. So after you resolve the Thief Extraordinaire ability, you can exhaust the Thieves Guild, remove a threat from a scheme. If it removes the last threat from a scheme, draw a card. Also, Greycrow is confused. Also, interestingly enough, I think I misplayed Ready for a Fight last time. No. So Ready for a Fight gets around the printed text on the Morlock, I believe. So when an enemy attacks you, it attacks a Morlock you control instead. That enemy attacks you instead. Maybe it doesn't. Aggression Gambit with tested defense is not balanced. It shreds. Oh yeah. Remember when I said superpower training? Yeah, it would be nice to get it. I don't know if I would have been able to thwart it down though. Energy Barrier would also trigger Change of Fortune as well. Let's help you out unflappable. Yeah, it does. Pretty sick, right? You're not a fan of Aggression Gambit. So much damage. Also, I'm gonna charge the card because I forgot about that, but I did that. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alrighty, let's stand up. Let's go ahead and draw 6 cards. We got Electrostatic. Beautiful. That's what we need. Stop hitting yourself. Natural Agility. Finally. Let's go. A Riposte. Ready for a Fight. And a Moira. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we can actually sit here and let Riptide scheme and then take the attack from Blockbuster and stop hitting yourself Blockbuster if we wanted to. I think we are going to do that because at that point we can then take out Riptide next round with a electrostatic armor. We also have another ready for a fight, so I think we'll be good there. Dude, White Monster energy drinks. I love White Monster energy drinks. They're so good. I've switched to Celsius just because I've been able to convince myself that they are healthier, even though I know that they're not. But I'll have to try out Aggression Gambit. Test the defense is a cool card. I like it in Gamora. I think Test the defense in Gamora is a lot of fun. Alrighty. Sweet. Where are we at? We got 1 here. Grey Crow is confused. We could let Riptide scheme. I think I need to kill Riptide soon, though. I don't want to, like... We'll probably just repost Riptide, because I think I need to... Got ready for a fight there. Stop hitting yourself. And natural agility to play Moira. Yeah. I'm like, I need more money. More money. All right. So we'll let Blockbuster scheme for 0. Riptide is going to scheme. I'm going to trigger ready for a fight. Oh, I'm going to draw a lot of cards. We're good. We're good. We're drawing 4 cards. We'll be fine. We will be fine. Riptide, we're going to proc ready for a fight. So we're going to flip to hero form and it's going to attack us instead. We're going to give it +2 for the attack. And we will go ahead and physically defend this. And we will use a stop hitting yourself to play a riposte. I'm trying to figure out if I want to play natural agility here. So we got 2, 4. I don't think I'm going to play natural agility. So we'll go riposte. So we take no damage. We deal 3 damage back to Riptide. So that's going to take Riptide out. We defended. Defensive Specialist is going to draw us into an energy. Unflappable is going to draw us into a straight. Woo! And then Change of Fortune is going to draw us into a riposte and a Gambit Staff. Sick. Okay. There you go. And Blockbuster already schemed. We've got a Sinister Strike. Oh, and we're going to ready here. So Grey Crow is going to attack. At this point, we will go ahead and defend. He's attacking for 5 with a natural agility. So we will get ourselves a charge counter. So we're defending for 4, 9. He's attacking for 5 plus a boost. +2. We take no damage. Cool. 9 health is a good balance for Gambit. It forces you to switch to all 3. Yeah, 100%. Switched to Nos energy for a while. I think I tried Nos 1 time and I wasn't a fan. Maybe it was just like the one that was, yeah. I don't know. It messed with my stomach. Leroy can always use the energy barrier to poke it for one. We're in a weird situation because whenever we do not defend against an attack, they attack a Morlock, and so we can't proc energy barrier if Morlocks are being attacked. But then, yeah, it's just like a weird. We have to defend. Um, where are my tracking pursuit counters? I'll put them right here. I haven't defeated anyone yet. Tap green monster energy drink to do 1 damage to yourself. I feel like if bangs they have 1 in the machine at work. Oh yeah. I drank an unhealthy amount of energy drinks at my job, at my last job. It was bad. It was not good. It was like go to the hospital bad. Alrighty. We're gonna charge the card on our turn. We're going to X-Jet to play a Ready for a Fight. We're going to Energy to play a Moira. And just like that, I feel like we are up and running. We've got a Strength to play an Electrostatic Armor. And we've got a Riposte to play a Gambit Staff. We do have a Stop Hitting Yourself coming, I believe. We got 1, 2. Yeah, so we're going to be able to draw a Stop Hitting Yourself for the Blockbuster attack. We should be good. Considering getting into Arkham Horror, thoughts on that game for solo play? I only really play it for yes. Sorry. I pursuit counter. I have routed out here. Okay, so these are the pursuit counters routed. Yes, I am sorry. I apologize. Yes, I am following. It's been a week. I haven't played the game in a week. We're good. Uh I only play it two-handed. I think that the game requires, or what I've heard is that it requires like a very large card pool to be effective in true solo. There's just so much that you have to do that I have gotten a lot more enjoyment out of playing it two-handed. So, alrighty, let's flip down to Alter Ego and let's stand up. So we'll get a Stop Hitting Yourself here. 2, 4, 5 encounter card. Def, get the base Arkham and see how you like it. Yeah, there's a lot to catch up. I would say I think that the base Arkham gives the worst core game experience out of the 3. Maybe Lord of the Rings, but I feel like let me say it like this. I think that the advancement in entertainment from base game to first expansion is the biggest jump in Arkham because you get like that full scenario, or you get the full campaign feel. And so like I would say absolutely get the core set. And then if you're on the fence about it, I would say it's worth getting Dunwich Legacy. And they have it repackaged, so it's a 2 package because that's going to give you a way better idea of what the actual experience of Arkham Horror is like. Yeah. I would say that. So get the core set. If you like it, or if you're like, I think I could like this, get Dunwich. Make your decision after Dunwich. We got Charge Card, Molecular Acceleration, Practice Plan, Natural Agility, Stop Hitting Yourself, and a Rogue. So this is kind of the vibe that we're looking for. So we go Natural Agility to defend for 11, stop hitting yourself, then can throw 11 damage into Grey Crow. Now we can't do that because Blockbuster has Guard, but like that's kind of the idea behind what we're trying to do. Also, I do love bottom decking Rogue. That is my favorite thing. Cool, let's go 1 here. Grey Crow is going to scheme. We will go ahead and proc Ready for a Fight. So we will flip to hero form. We're going to trigger Moira to draw into a Molecular Acceleration. Grey Crow is going to attack us instead for 5 plus a boost card. Now we can throw it into the Morlock if we want, but I don't think that there's any reason to do that. So we are going to defend. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use a natural agility. We'll defend for 7, 10, 11 to his 5 plus 3 is 8. We take no damage. Unflappable triggers to draw us into a charge card. We've got Defensive Specialist triggering, which will draw us into a Riposte. Which actually we may be able to... Oh yeah, we can just Riposte and take out Blockbuster. which I definitely, yeah, there you go. Okay, and then we've got Electrostatic, which will deal 1 damage here. Gambit's Guild Armor will ready Gambit. Okay. Blockbuster is going to attack. We're going to give him +2. We're going to Gambit's Staff to deal 1 damage. We are going to defend. We will use a Stop Hitting Yourself to play a Riposte to take no damage. So that's going to deal 3 damage. Electrostatic Armor will deal the last damage to take out Blockbuster. And then we'll trigger Change of Fortune to draw a Riposte and a Stop Hitting Yourself. And that's why I like Gambit. We got 2 encounter cards. Can never get Arkham or Lord of the Rings group off the ground. Everyone in your gaming group loves Marvel Champions. It just, I agree. It's a quicker game, easier to collect. Yeah. It's kind of like, what experience are you looking for? We got Bolstered by Wrath. We can attach to the villain, exhaust your character, spend X resources, where X is the number of villains under routed. Discard this card. +1/+1. And then we got Seek the Weak. The villain attacks you. There's at least 1 villain under routed. This attack gains overkill. We're gonna let it. So he's attacking for 2, 5, 6. Going into this Morlock. After this activation, put a pursuit counter, and then this tough gets knocked. Alrighty. Excellent. So we got the X-Jet to play. Oh, we don't have one. Oh, just kidding. Let's throw a practice plan onto the ground. Play Rogue for free. Because we discount the cost to play her by 1 for every charge counter. Speaking of, let's go ahead and grab another charge counter. Let's go. Let's play a Molecular Acceleration to play a charge card. We'll spend 1 to deal 5 damage, and then we'll go Molecular Acceleration to play a charge card to deal 4 damage and push Grey Crow. What's up, Richard? How's it going? Hey, Luther. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Nice. Good to see ya. Alright, so we defeated the first villain. So these are pursuit counters. These are routed counters. Villain gains Retaliate 1 for each card under here. After the villain is defeated, put it under here. Discard each minion that shares the title with the next villain in the deck. And now we have 6, so we can roll. Top 1 Arclight is 1. 3 is Harpoon. When Harpoon attacks, take 2 indirect damage or give Harpoon 1 additional face-down boost card for this attack. And then when they come in, I believe they attack. Villain activates against each player. So Harpoon's going to attack. We're going to block with Rogue because she has her tough. And I guess we'll take the indirect damage. So Harpoon's attacking for 2, +2. It's going to knock our tough off of Rogue. In my country, on October, they reprint Rise of Red Skull. Really? That's exciting. Yeah. Okay. So there is hope. What preparation? Ready for a fight. So yeah, just to give me access to Alter Ego. I'm gonna hang on to Stop Hitting Yourself because that's a 1 hit here if we're able to get a natural agility. We have 1 in our discard pile. Yeah, might as well hang on to it. Stand up. You seen Villain Theory's latest tier list? No. Nice, that's cool. I don't really watch other content anymore. We got Stop Hitting Yourself. Hard to Ignore. It is nice to know that we haven't needed the hard to ignores. A Creole Charmer there. Ready for a fight? Beautiful. And a natural agility. It worked. We did it. It's going to happen. Nice. Alrighty, let's add 1 here. Harpoon is going to attack for 2 plus... We can take 2 indirect damage. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to defend the attack. So it's going to be 2. We're going to exhaust. I'm going to play a natural agility to place a charge counter. So we go up to 10. So now we are defending for 14. Okay. So 2, 3. We take no damage. Defensive Specialist is going to draw into a Stop Hitting Yourself. Unflappable is going to draw into a Riposte. We're going to use a Stop Hitting Yourself and a Riposte to play a Stop Hitting Yourself to deal 14 damage to Harpoon. Actually, I'm going to first Gambit Staff. Nope. Gambit's Guild Armor to ready. Stop Hitting Yourself to take out Harpoon. This will be the second. We'll reroll a 6, but Arc Light is still 1. Reroll a 6. 2. We got Blockbuster. Blockbuster will immediately attack us. But not before I trigger Change of Fortune. Wait, actually? No, I wouldn't have been able to get another Critical Charmer, so there's no reason to hang on to the second Stop Hitting Yourself. Actually, I'm going to hang on to the second stop. I'm going to... Not Critical Charmer, Natural Agility. I'm going to use Critical Charmer to get rid of it. Then we can hang on to Stop Hitting Yourself. Blockbuster comes in with 14. He is immediately going to attack us. For 3, what does he do? He can either get a tough status card, or he gets +2 for the attack, and the attack gains overkill. Alright, let's give him a tough status card. When an enemy attacks, that's a hero interrupt, force interrupt, so we'll knock the tough status card with Gambit's Staff. Did I draw 2 cards from Change of Fortune? I don't think I did. Because we would... No, I definitely didn't. Use 1. Yeah, I definitely didn't. I exhausted it, but I never drew the cards. To a Royal Flush. So I could hit a Stop Hitting Yourself. I could defend for like 4. Stop Hitting Yourself only hits for 4. I don't love it. So he's attacking for 3 plus a boost. I'll go ahead and defend for 4 plus 3. Yikes. Oh, and Moira triggers. Nope, I never flipped up. Just kidding. So he hit us for 6. I defended for 4. We'll use... We don't need to use it. We'll just take the 2. And he'll take 1. Spend 4 cards to play Natural Agility. Stop Hitting Yourself. I think I should be at 5 cards. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Thank you. Encounter card. Hide. Give a Morlock ally a tough status card. Surges into Now or Never. Y'all can't help me with this because it has peril. So please don't help. Please spend an acceleration token on the main scheme or exhaust a character you control and spend a resource of any type. I'll exhaust the Morlock and I probably should. I think I can just win, right? Like this is 9, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just place the acceleration token. No, I was like, I want to do the whole Stop Hitting Yourself thing again, but I think it's best to just go for the... Alright. Okay. We'll go Strength and a Hard to Ignore to play a Royal Flush. So we'll place a counter, and then we will spend 3 counters, so we will go down to 8 counters to deal 3, 3, 3, so 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down to 4. We take a Retaliate. Rogue is going to punch for 1, 2. Morlock is going to punch for 1, Morlock is going to punch for 1. So retaliate will knock the tough. We take 1 consequential here. It's still alive. And that's game. I really like this deck. This was a ton of fun. Also, like, I don't know if you needed the hard to ignore, so I probably would cut that down to just 1. The other nice thing is that the hard to ignore is a physical resource, so it can pay for the ready for a fight, but that really wasn't a big deal once we had the extra onto the table. Yeah, that was sick. I do like the specialized training in there. I think the defensive specialist, because at that point, if you're taking somebody out, you're drawing 4 cards. Worst case scenario, you're spending 2 or 3. So like you're still profitable on the stop hitting yourself stuff and change of fortune, which is wild. So very cool. Perfect timing, a win right before your lunch break. Nice. I'm glad we could time it out. Sweet. Alrighty, we've been playing a lot of protection. Iron Man is also protection, but we do have a Thor Justice build that we're going to try next just to kind of shake up the protection mold. But yeah, so Thor Justice is going to come out. It's all about using the raft and cards like that so that we can recur minions and just kind of give ourselves minions again. Trying to think of... I love Thor. I love Thor so much. Thor's one of my top tier heroes, I think. Trying to think of someone who would be good for Thor. We could go on the run. We could just go next. We could always go like mutagen formula, but Thor uber text against mutagen. So if you have an idea, throw it in the chat. Thor versus any of the Mad Titan Shadow villains for theme. Let's do it. Alrighty. Go Hela. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we could go. I haven't played Ebony Maw in a hot second. Let's try Ebony Maw. Let's try that. Alrighty, I'm gonna go be right back. I'm gonna set up the next game. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna have a really fun Thor. Zola. I would play Zola, except Zola is amongst the table, and I don't know where all the Zola cards are at the moment. So I have to play a villain that we have not played in the last week, or else I'm just not gonna find the cards. Very weak excuse, but literally it would take me. It's gonna take me like a hour to do that. But I like the idea. I forgot who we played. Who did we play against Zola? All right, we'll see you soon.